Very warm welcome to all of you. I'm Miha Bharadwaj-Alter and this is Game On, where you get the latest from the world of sports. There's been a grand welcome to our youngest world chess champion, Gukesh, as he arrived in India. We'd get you those visuals and what he had to say on his arrival. But let's begin with what happened on day 3 of the Brisbane Test. Yes, India are in deep trouble as Australian pacers rattled through their top order on a rain-hit day 3 of the Brisbane Test. India were 51 for 4 at stumps, trailing Australia's first innings total by 394 runs as play was abandoned nearly an hour early due to bad light at the Gabba. Opener Rahul was unbeaten on 33 with skipper Rohit Sharma yet to score. It was a frustrating day for the crowd as rain played spoil sport with 7 delays and late start and a early finish, but Australia's bowlers could only send down 17 overs after being bowled out for 4:45 in the morning. That was, though, enough for them to run through India's fragile top order. Unlike the Indian fast bowlers, their Aussie counterparts showed how much more they could get from the surface. The ball was seaming, they were getting more bounce when they came in to bowl. Mitchell Starc, he took 2 wickets in 6 balls with the help of his namesake Mitchell Marsh, while Josh Hazlewood, he removed Virat Kohli as India's reply got off to a dreadful start. All 3 batters were dismissed trying to play shots when they should have been looking to leave those deliveries. So before you get set in those conditions, Indian batters more often than not have been seen playing shots in this series, which has led to their downfall. Starc struck with the second ball of the innings, Jasprit Jaiswal flicking a shot off his pads to be out for 4, with Marsh jogging across from square leg to take an easy catch. Big left-armer Starc then dismissed Shubman Gill for just 1 as the number 3 drove at a full delivery to send a thick edge to Marsh, who leapt to his left in the gully to take a screamer of a catch. Virat Kohli, he lasted only 16 balls for his 3 runs, nibbling at Hazlewood delivery to be caught behind. Rahul survived, though, after wearing a painful blow on his wrist from Josh Hazlewood's first ball of the morning. Captain Pat Cummins, he dismissed Rishabh Pant for 9 as he slid 1 from over the wicket and landing it perfectly for it to nip away, finding an edge to carry. So India right now tottering at 51 for 4, and it seems like rain is going to be the only thing that might be able to save India at the moment. Now, Jasprit Bumrah, he's been India's star in Australia. He once again showed how important he is to this Indian side as he returned with the figures of 6 for 76 on day 3 of the Brisbane Test, wrapping Australia's innings for 445. In the process, he became only the 3rd Indian bowler to get to 50 wickets in Australia. Only 2 other Indian bowlers have taken 50 or more Test wickets in countries outside India. Kapil Dev, he's got 51 wickets in Australia, and Ishant Sharma has 51 wickets in England. On day 2, Bumrah stood as India's lone warrior with the ball, dismantling Australia's batting, even as Steve Smith and Travis Head did pile on the misery for the Indians. Bumrah surpassed Kapil Dev's record of getting 10 wickets. In fact, he got 10 5-wicket hauls outside Asia. Kapil Dev has 9. Bumrah now has 3 5-wicket hauls in Australia, 3 in South Africa, and 2 each in West Indies and England. After the end of day's play, Bumrah addressed the media. He was asked about the lack of bite in India's bowling unit, and this is what he said. He said, "We don't as a team point fingers at each other. That you should be doing this, that, etc. We're going through a transition as a bowling unit. I'm trying to help them. They will get better. This is the journey to get there. We have 11 players. I don't see it as I have to do everything. As I said, new team, this is the journey. Everyone has to go through it. Learn about your own game and improve. That's the journey." And he was asked about Mohammad Siraj not being at his best in this series. He said, and I quote, "We've had conversations. He bowled well before, and in this game, I will give him credit because he's had a bit of a niggle And he still kept on bowling because he knew if he goes inside and he doesn't bowl, the team will get under pressure. He has got a great attitude and a fighter spirit that a team loves, and I love that as well. The fact that he gives us 100% on the field, and even when he's not 100% fit. In terms of wickets, some days you bowl well and wickets come, and sometimes they don't. I've told him that before. He's in a very good space and he has great attitude. Now, Isa Guha, she has issued an apology after she called Jasprit Bumrah a primate on day 2 of the third test at the Gabba. This remark by Guha about Bumrah triggered anger among fans on social media. Ahead of the start of play on day 3, Guha issued an apology for her comment, clarifying that she only meant it as a high praise for the marquee Indian pacer. Guha, a former England cricketer, issued an on-air apology before the start of play on the third day. She said, and I quote, "Yesterday in commentary, I used a word that can be interpreted in a number of different ways. Firstly, I'd like to apologize to any offense I've caused. I set myself really high standards when it comes to empathy and respect for others. And if you listen to the full transcript, I only meant the highest praise for one of India's greatest players and someone that I admire greatly as well. I am an advocate for equality and someone who has spent their career thinking about inclusion and understanding in the game. I'm trying to frame the enormity of his achievements, and I've chosen the wrong word, and for that I'm deeply sorry. As someone who's also of South Asian heritage, I hope people would recognize there was no other intention or malice there. I hope that this doesn't overshadow what has been a great test match so far, and I look forward to seeing how it progresses. Once again, I'm really, really sorry." On day 2, while doing commentary for Fox Sports, after Bumrah took a fifer, Guha had said, well, he is the MVP, isn't he? Most valuable primate, Jasprit Bumrah. He is the one that's going to do all the talking for India, and why so much focus was on him in the build-up to this test match and whether he would be fit. The use of the word primate stands out particularly given the historical tension between the two teams since the days of that 2008 Monkey Gate scandal between Harbhajan Singh and Andrew Symonds. Newly crowned World Chess Champion D. Gukesh returned home to an enthusiastic reception as hundreds of eager fans and officials from the Tamil Nadu government and the National Federation lined up to receive him at the airport in Chennai today. Gukesh was delighted looking and somewhat lost as well, looking at the support for him at the airport. He was happy to return to his hometown. He said, and I quote, "I'm very glad to be here. I can see the support and what it means to India. You guys are amazing. You guys give me so much energy." The officials of the All India Chess Federation, they were also present at the airport to congratulate the youngster as he was garlanded and surrounded by thousands of fans. You can see those visuals, special celebrations that included dancers. There were students also holding banners to honor the Grandmaster. Then there were other officials who were there. And in fact, Gukesh was presented with a shawl appreciating him for an unreal effort in Singapore. A specially designed car was also present at the airport with Gukesh's photos on it, with the tagline that read 18 at 18 to escort the world champion to his residence. Gukesh was accompanied by his mother Padmavati and his father Rajnikant as well.
I'm very glad to be here. And I could see the support and what it means to India, so I'm really glad to be here. You guys are amazing. You gave me so much energy, so yeah, looking forward to meeting you all.
Incredible. Okay, moving on to football. Manchester United poured on the misery for flagging Premier League champions Manchester City as late goals from Bruno Fernandes and Amad Diallo snatched an unlikely 2-1 away victory from the jaws of defeat on Sunday. Ruben Amorim's first Manchester derby looked like ending in a third successive league defeat after Josco Guardiola's header put City ahead. But Ivory Coast youngster Diallo turned the game on its head in a stunning fashion. Diallo was fouled by City's Matheus Nunes after latching onto a dreadful back pass, and Fernandes struck home the penalty in the 88th minute. City had hardly got over that shock when seconds later it became the Diallo derby as he sent the visiting fans into delirium with a superb finish from the tightest of angles. What was initially a worrying slump in form by champions City has now snowballed into a full-on nightmare before Christmas for Pep Guardiola's side, as they've now lost 8 of their last 11 games in all competitions, winning just 1. They stay 5th in the table with 27 points from 16 games, 9 points behind leaders Liverpool, having played a game more. United remain in the bottom half with 22 points, but will hope that their smash and grab raid at the Etihad Stadium will spark a move up the table during the festive period. Amorim did flex his muscles ahead of the kickoff, leaving Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho out of his matchday squad. He was then forced to make an early switch as Mason Mount hobbled off after 14 minutes to be replaced by Kobe Mainoo.
I think for the fans has a deep meaning, especially in this context, in this moment. But we had a difficult moment 1 week ago against Nottingham at home with a storm. So it was a really tough moment after the game. Today we are more happy, but it's 3 points. We have to continue. And here you don't stop playing. Next week you will have three games. It will change the way they see the team. But today is a good day. Let's enjoy for 10 minutes and then think about the next game. It's important to say why. It was not a disciplinary thing. Next week, next game, new life. They are fighting for the places. But for me, it's important the performance in training, the performance in game, the way you dress, the way you...
It's not about this situation. This situation happened many times. I don't have defense, so I'm the boss, I'm the manager. I have to find a solution, and I don't find a solution. So this is a big club, and big club, when you lose 8 to 10, something wrong has happened. So I said, yeah, I can say the schedule is tough, yeah. The injured the players, yeah. But no, 3-0 against Feyenoord, 75 minutes, they will lose the game. Do you think it's the injuries? Is the schedule? No, we have to win that game. Today we have to win that game. Because except the action from Bruno Fernandes, because Anthony Taylor have done, the gesture always has done for 9 years to me, for our team. It is fault, he concede that, but except of that, nothing will happen, even no play good. I know when the play good, no play good, but the pressure, the tension. And in that position, so, yeah, we give away again, and what I have to do, keep walking, but I'm the boss, I'm the manager, and I'm not good enough. It's as simple as that. I have to find a way to talk to them, to the training to them, to the way you have to play, the way I have to press, the way I have to build up, and I'm not good enough.
It's turned into an absolute nightmare for Manchester City, with Pep Guardiola now saying that he's not good enough for this. Okay, La Liga leaders Barcelona lost 1-0 to Leganés on Sunday with defender Sergio Gonzalez's early header, enough to stun the wasteful hosts, who lost their second consecutive league game in front of their own fans. While they've been excellent in the Champions League with 5 wins and 6 games, Barcelona have struggled in La Liga for over a month with only 1 victory in their last 6 league matches. Barcelona, though, remain on the top of La Liga standings with 38 points, level with Atletico Madrid, who they host on Saturday, and 1 point ahead of Real Madrid in third, with both their title rivals having a game in hand. It was Leganés' first win at Barcelona and left them 15th in the table on 18 points. Leganés took the lead from a corner after 4 minutes when visiting captain Gonzalez rose unmarked at the near post to fire an unstoppable header past goalkeeper Inaki Peña. Barcelona immediately went after the equalizer, but despite dominating proceedings throughout the match with over 80% possession, they were clueless as they sought to overcome a disciplined and well-organized 5-man Leganés defense, spurning a handful of opportunities. They failed to hit the target with 16 of their 20 shots in the game, and when they did, they hit a wall in Leganés goalkeeper Marko Dimitrovic, who made 3 spectacular saves in the first half. The 32-year-old Serbian keeper made a brilliant reflex save to deny a first-time effort from Robert Lewandowski in the 10th minute. Then he worked his magic with a stunning save in the 33rd minute to palm a Rafinha volley. Then the hosts' frustration grew after the break as they missed several chances, with Dani Olmo, Lamine Yamal and Rafinha all wasting good opportunities, while Lewandowski and Jules Koundé missed sitters from close range. Fiorentina midfielder Eduardo Bove has returned to the club training ground after undergoing surgery to implant a heart starter device following his collapse during a Serie A match. Bove collapsed on the pitch during Fiorentina's home game with Inter Milan on December 1st, leading to the abandonment of that match. He underwent an operation on Tuesday. The implantable cardioverter defibrillator, it's a type of pacemaker that can prevent fatal cardiac arrest by delivering a shock to restore a normal rhythm, is not permitted in Serie A. So according to reports now in Italian media, the 22-year-old will be able to decide whether to have the device removed, which will allow him to return to the Italian top flight. Six-time Olympic table tennis champion Ma Long, he led his team to victory in the inaugural Waldner Cup as Team Asia beat Team World 14-10 in Norway on Sunday. Ma won all his matches over the weekend and put his team ahead early on as he paired with Lim Jong-hoon to eventually overpower Hugo Calderano and former world number one Dmitry Ochvarov. Each team scored 2 points for a win on day 2 of the competition, and Truls Moregard, he stormed to victory in the second match against South Korea's Jang Woo-chin to tie the scores at 6-all. Brazil's Calderano, he was unable to gain a point for his team on Sunday as he lost his second match of the day, a mixed doubles game against Shin Yu-bin and Lim Jong-hoon. But Team World recorded back-to-back wins as Osterov and Adriana Diaz both won their singles matches. Diaz beat India's number one, Manika Batra, in straight games. And then there was Kazakhstan's Kirill Gerasimenko dug in to clinch his match. Step forward Chen Men, he's an Olympic champion. He saw off European champion Bernadette Scos. Team Asia went ahead 12-10, and then Ma needed to beat the 2024 Olympic silver medalist Moregard to ensure Team Asia's victory. That match went right down to the wire in the deciding game, and the Chinese pulled off an unreturnable serve on match point, following it up by mimicking his Swedish opponent's sneak celebration. American swimmer Regan Smith took 0.79 seconds off her own 200-meter backstroke world record on the final day of action at the World Championship in Budapest on Sunday. Smith, a 22-year-old, 8-time Olympic medalist who claimed silver in the long course version of this event in Paris earlier this summer, delivered a powerful performance with a 1.58.04 finish. She finished 1.92 seconds ahead of Canada's Summer McIntosh, while Anastasia Shkurdai of Belarus, she secured the bronze. In men's 200 meters freestyle, saw a new world record being set by another American, 21-year-old Luke Hobson, clocking in with a time of 1:38.61 to win gold. Australia's Maximilian Giuliani and Lucas Hengo of Belgium claimed silver and bronze, respectively. With that, it's time for us to wrap this up. Hope you enjoyed our bulletin. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.